And Big Ben was called out because what he did in the huddle. Aaron and Ben, to me, are the same. Passive-aggressive, great talents. But it was 2 months ago, or maybe 6 weeks ago, where Aaron Rodgers was called out for rolling his eyes in the huddle. And now Big Ben's called out for rolling his eyes in the huddle. And they're both great players. I don't think Aaron would stoop to that. But it is funny that with Ben and Aaron Rodgers, they're the only two great quarterbacks in the league where I've got a half a dozen guys that have called him out. Even if you didn't like a guy, to call a guy out in the press, like that's different level disgust, right? Have you ever called out a guy in the press when you played?
No.
It's like almost unheard of.
But I'm different. I'm the type of person, like if I have a problem with you, I'm going to confront you. I'm going to go talk to you, and we can handle it however you want to handle it. We can be very civilized and very respectful because that's how I'm going to approach you. But if you want to handle it a different way, I'm fine with that as well. I would never do that. I was always a guy that I thought I could criticize guys to their face because they saw how hard I worked. And if I was wrong, I would accept, okay, you know what? You're right. I don't know where Ben goes from here. Is he going to now be on his best behavior? Can he change himself? Can he try to change the narrative of how he's viewed? It's really going to be awkward and interesting to see how he navigates through this.
So 2 times last week, a team traded for or acquired a star receiver. Raiders AB, Cleveland OBJ. And I've often said that star receivers are like sports cars. They're flashy, they're fun, but when it gets cold out, they're not as useful. Even Randy Moss in New England, his playoff game numbers were average. His regular season stuff in the warmer weather was unbelievable. But you roll your coverage over, playoffs, you take them away. It's crappier weather. You play in snow, you play in hail, you play in wind in Foxborough. So are you sure there is something about bringing a star wide receiver to a team that a quarterback feels, I've got to get in the ball? It's like when Kevin Durant doesn't play for the Warriors. The passing's better. You don't feel like you have to have go. When Ocho was in his prime for Cincinnati and you were there, did you sometimes feel like Carson, you almost had to feel like on big plays, you had to go to Ocho?
No, it was different because this just go back to my situation in Cincinnati was by play call, I knew where the ball was going by coverage. And so I could look at the coverage lined up and say, oh, the ball's probably going to go here because we're 1 high, we're throwing the ball here. We're looking to go here. 2 high, we're going here. We had to win because the ball was coming just by coverage. With that being said, you go to OBJ in Cleveland. Freddie Kitchens, what he's going to have to do is when you script your first 15 plays, you're going to have to get Odell at least 2 looks, Jarvis Landry 2 to 3 looks. Even if they don't get the ball, they know by the play call, this ball is designed to go to me. Coverage can change that, but at least they know he's trying to get me the ball because that kind of alleviates the heartache, as you would say, the dysfunction that you could cause because you know they're trying to get you the ball. As long as he does that and attempts to get them the ball early, whether they get it or not, they'll be okay.
So if Ocho felt you were trying to get him the ball, whether he made the catch or not, it appeased him.
Yes, and for the most part, it was Chad was going to get the ball regardless. I mean, we're going to look to him to get the ball. And back then, we were throwing the ball so much, everybody was going to get an opportunity. It's just a matter of when. And once you've been in the league long enough, you know, my opportunity is going to come. But with Odell there, Jarvis Landry, and Joe, and even Callaway can play. He'll be in his 2nd year. The receiver in Cleveland, he can play. They got so many weapons. You got Kareem Hunt. You got Chubb. You got Nick Chubb. You have so many guys that you have to get the ball to. Freddie Kitchens is the standard for Cleveland is here now. If they don't perform, what happens? Because they're Cinderella now. Everybody loves them. They're the new sports car, as you would say, and they have to perform.
Finally, you coach youth sports, and you've got daughters who are Division I athletes, and you were a Division I athlete. And so I'm kind of shocked by the number of people who are watching Zion Williamson in the media and picking apart his game. Because I watch him and I think, oh, this is one of the easy ones. Like when you watch LeBron, you're like, oh yeah, that's good. He could be a star. When you watch Tiger Woods, I saw him in his juniors in Portland. He played a junior. You're like, oh yeah, that guy's going to be great. Bryce Harper in high school hit a 509-foot home run in high school. It's like when I watch Zion Williamson, I'm like, oh, that's 26 a game in the NBA. That's an all-star. What do you see?
Pretty much unstoppable. All you can do is compete against the competition that you're faced against. And he's dominated. Duke is a different team when he plays and when he does not play. I mean, they're a different team. He's dynamic. He's not only big, he's quick, he's agile, he passes the ball well. You watch some of the games, like he hustle backs hard on defense. He's a difference maker. If he doesn't make 7, 8 all-star games, I'll be surprised.
Thank you. I'm shocked by it. We do this in the media. We watch a college kid's game and we pick it apart.
You can do that about everybody. Everybody has flaws. Every player that's ever played the sport has flaws. Every player.
When LeBron came into the NBA, he had no low post game for like 7 years. He developed one in Miami. And by the way, he wasn't much of a three-point shooter his first 4 to 5 years in the league. That's LeBron James. Michael Jordan, for his first 6 years in the league, didn't pass. Like, was not a good passer, then started getting guys of all. Phil Jackson had to sit down. What do you want to do, score 60 and not win? Or score 30 and win?
Right. Like,
it's amazing how we pick apart these college kids. It's like Zion Williamson. Look at his size and his speed. And by the way, clever. He's just a clever player. I love watching. If Duke doesn't win, I'll be disappointed.
I'll be shocked.
I mean, they got 4 NBA guys.
I'll be shocked. If they don't win, I'll be shocked.
Good seeing you, Bud. Joy with the news.
No. Turn on the news. This is the Herd Line News.
So LeBron has played the 15th most minutes in NBA history.